The Marvel Universe just shook to its core. The Infinity War 2 official trailer, 2025, has finally dropped. And it isn't just another sneak peek, it's a declaration that the Avengers are back for their biggest and most emotional battle yet. From the very first frame, Marvel makes it clear, the fate of every hero we've ever known, and every world we've ever visited, is hanging by a thread. Fans have waited years for this, and the trailer doesn't waste a single second in proving why this sequel could be even bigger than Endgame. The trailer opens with silence, a choice Marvel rarely makes, but one that hits harder than any explosion. We see a ruined battlefield, smoke rising, and the camera slowly panning across wreckage that looks eerily familiar. It's not just another destroyed city. The details suggest this could be remnants of a battle tied directly to Endgame's aftermath, reminding us that the scars of the Infinity Saga still linger. This choice immediately connects the sequel to the pain and stakes fans felt before. As the trailer builds, Marvel wastes no time reintroducing the surviving heroes. A shot of Doctor Strange, standing alone in a shattered sanctuary, hints at his burden. His eyes carry exhaustion. But there's also determination, a reminder that Strange may once again hold the key to navigating realities and timelines. Next, the camera cuts to Sam Wilson in full Captain America gear, standing on top of a devastated structure, staring into the distance. His shield isn't just a symbol anymore, it feels like the last line of defense between survival and total destruction. Then comes one of the most powerful reveals. A fleeting glimpse of Thor, battered yet still gripping Stormbreaker, walking through fire as if refusing to fall again. His silence in this scene speaks louder than words, signaling the weight of responsibility he still carries from failing to stop Thanos the first time. Behind him, shadows move. Is it new allies or returning ones? Marvel deliberately keeps it unclear, giving fans space to speculate. The trailer shifts in pace. A surge of energy fills the screen as portals open, reminiscent of that unforgettable Endgame moment, but this time they don't just bring back familiar faces, they hint at entire new teams. The camera flashes quick glimpses, silhouettes of new heroes standing beside the veterans, their outlines sparking endless fan theories. The message is simple but powerful. The Avengers are no longer just Earth's mightiest heroes. They're assembling allies from across the multiverse. One of the standout moments in the first half of the trailer is the emotional reunion shot. A close-up of Wanda's face, alive and conflicted, stops everything in its tracks. After the events of Multiverse of Madness, her appearance is shocking and raises more questions than answers. Is this the Wanda we knew, redeemed and ready to fight, or a version from another universe with darker intentions? The way Marvel frames her, standing in shadows with her powers glowing faintly, suggests her return will be one of the film's most dramatic twists. Next, the trailer unleashes the action. Explosions rip across cosmic landscapes, alien armies clash in chaotic battles, and the Avengers' new lineup moves as a single unit. We catch rapid-fire shots of Hulk smashing through enemies, Spider-Man swinging across wreckage, and Carol Danvers blasting entire fleets with cosmic energy. Yet, even in these action-packed flashes, Marvel adds something deeper, close-up shots of fear and uncertainty in their eyes. It's not just another fight. It's a war that might demand sacrifices far greater than before. The section closes with a breathtaking shot that has already set the internet on fire, a massive, mysterious figure towering over Earth's skyline. The villain isn't fully revealed, but the scale of this being dwarfs even Thanos. Marvel leaves the trailer lingering on this image, just long enough for fans to freeze frame, speculate, and wonder who this ultimate threat could be. The silence returns, followed by a single line of dialogue whispered by an unknown voice. You thought the end was behind you, but it was only the beginning. With that, the trailer's first act fades to black, leaving viewers stunned and desperate for more. The heartbeat of any Marvel story has always been its villain, and Infinity War 2 wastes no time setting the stage for a threat unlike anything we've seen before. The trailer doesn't give us a crystal clear look at the antagonist. But it's in the shadows and fragments that Marvel crafts its most terrifying figure yet. The towering presence teased in those final moments, with glowing eyes piercing through the smoke, has already sparked endless debates online. Some believe this is Kang the Conqueror in a new, multiversal form, while others argue it could be Marvel's boldest introduction yet, Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds. Whoever this figure is, Marvel is making one thing crystal clear: Thanos may have been the end of one era, but he was never the ceiling. The universe holds threats far greater, and the Avengers are about to discover that survival against Thanos was just the opening act. The conflict teased here is layered, not just physical but emotional. Unlike Thanos, who believed in his twisted logic of balance, this new villain appears to thrive on absolute chaos and domination. One voiceover in the trailer whispers, "Your worlds are mine, your heroes are mine," echoing over shots of collapsing cities and heroes kneeling in defeat. That line alone tells us this villain doesn't see himself as a savior. He sees himself as inevitable destruction, claiming ownership over every universe. It's less about balance and more about erasing the idea of resistance altogether. What makes this conflict even more gripping is the way the trailer shows our heroes reacting. Sam Wilson's Captain America is seen tightening his grip on the shield as if trying to hold together more than just metal. He's holding on to hope itself. Strange looks shaken as though his magic isn't enough this time, his spells crumbling before they can take shape. Thor's silence, paired with his fiery surroundings, feels like the calm of someone who knows another failure could break him completely. Each shot tells us that the Avengers are walking into a war where even their combined might may not be enough. The trailer also teases division. In one quick sequence, we see Bruce Banner arguing with Carol Danvers, both looking furious, while other heroes stand silently in the background. Could this mean that the Avengers are split not only by strategy, but also by morality? Marvel has always been clever at weaving conflict between allies, and if the trailer is hinting at fractures within the team, then the villain's greatest weapon may not be his power, but the hero's own differences. This tension echoes the Civil War era, but on a multiversal scale. Decisions about who to save, which universe to prioritize, and how far they're willing to go might tear the team apart before the villain even strikes. Another key detail lies in the way the trailer frames the destruction. Entire planets collapsing into dust, cosmic storms ripping through galaxies, and armies falling without a fight suggest this villain isn't coming with soldiers alone. He is the weapon. The sheer scale of power dwarfs Thanos' armies, and it positions the Avengers in a fight where the very fabric of existence is at risk. This isn't just about defending Earth anymore. It's about defending every timeline, every possibility, every life that could ever exist. That scope instantly raises the stakes, forcing audiences to realize that the title Infinity War 2 isn't just a sequel meme. It's a warning that the war for infinity never truly ended. The most chilling moment, though, comes in the trailer's midsection. A close-up shot shows Wanda standing face-to-face with the villain, her powers flickering like a candle in the wind. For a split second, the villain's massive hand hovers above her, and she whispers, "Not again." That line is heavy with meaning. It recalls her grief, her losses, and her role in unleashing chaos in the multiverse. Could Wanda become the emotional bridge between the heroes and this unstoppable enemy? Or worse, could she become a pawn manipulated by her regrets into aiding the villain's cause? In true Marvel fashion, the conflict isn't just about who throws the hardest punch. It's about who breaks first under the weight of choice. Will the Avengers unite despite their fractures, or will the villain exploit their pain to shatter them from within? The trailer hints at both, leaving fans breathless at the possibilities. One thing is certain, this isn't just another battle. It's a war that questions the very identity of the Avengers and whether they can still be Earth's mightiest heroes in a universe where Earth might no longer matter. Marvel has always known that the heart of the Avengers isn't just the battles they fight, but the people behind the masks. The Infinity War 2 trailer leans heavily on that truth, showing us that this movie won't just be about cosmic destruction, but about the personal journeys of heroes who have already lost everything once before. Each frame feels like a reminder that the Avengers aren't gods immune to pain. They are flawed, scarred individuals, still carrying the ghosts of the Infinity Saga. The trailer gives us one of its most powerful moments with Sam Wilson. Standing as the new Captain America, he doesn't just wear the shield, he carries the weight of Steve Rogers' legacy. There's a scene where he looks down at the shield, scratched and battered, almost as if questioning whether he is truly worthy of it. His silence is telling. Unlike Steve, Sam's journey is not about perfection, but about doubt and perseverance. The trailer paints him as the emotional backbone of the team. Someone who might not always know the answers but will still step forward because no one else can. It's not just about fighting an enemy. It's about proving to himself and the world that Captain America isn't a person, it's a promise. Doctor Strange's arc also takes center stage. His sequences in the trailer suggest he's walking a thin line between heroism and desperation. One shot shows him conjuring spells that shatter midair, collapsing into sparks before they can take form. His expression isn't frustration, but fear that his mastery of time and space is no longer enough to hold back what's coming. There's even a quick glimpse of Strange staring into a mirror, his reflection showing a darker version of himself, possibly hinting at remnants of sinister Strange still haunting him. The question lingers, is Strange strong enough to fight the enemy without becoming one himself? Then comes Thor, once the god of thunder, now shown as a warrior scarred by failure and loss. The trailer depicts him walking through fire and ruins, Stormbreaker dragging along the ground behind him. His posture says it all. This isn't the reckless, joke-cracking Thor we've seen before. This is a man who has already tasted defeat. At the highest cost. One chilling frame shows him lifting Stormbreaker, his hand trembling, as if every ounce of strength left is being forced into this one act. Thor's arc seems destined to confront redemption, the redemption of a god who once failed to aim for the head, and who now refuses to fail again, no matter the cost. But the trailer doesn't just focus on the veterans. One of its most shocking reveals is the return of Wanda Maximoff. After her presumed death in Multiverse of Madness, seeing her alive, or perhaps a variant, immediately reignites debate. The trailer shows her cloaked in shadows, her eyes flickering red, standing alone in a desolate landscape. Her expression is unreadable: grief, anger, maybe even regret. Her simple line, "Not again," hints at a deeply personal arc tied to her past mistakes and the destruction her power once unleashed. Is this Wanda seeking redemption, or is Marvel preparing to twist her story into something even darker? The ambiguity is deliberate, and it makes her return one of the most compelling mysteries of the film. Spider-Man's appearance is short but unforgettable. We see him swinging through a collapsing city, his suit torn and his breathing labored, as if this fight has pushed him beyond his limits. There's a close-up of his mask breaking, revealing Peter's tear-filled eyes. It's raw, emotional, and a reminder that despite his youthful energy, Peter Parker carries one of the heaviest burdens of all, to fight like an adult while still being just a kid. Fans will recognize this as Marvel's way of reminding us that Spider-Man's battles are never just about villains. They're about growing up too fast in a world that keeps taking more than it gives. The trailer also teases smaller but crucial character moments. Hulk roaring in what looks like blind rage, perhaps hinting that Bruce Banner might lose control once again. Carol Danvers unleashing her full cosmic power, but her expression suggests she knows even that might not be enough. And then, in a blink and you miss it shot, we see Loki, standing in a golden-hued space. With the TVA's signature glow behind him, his presence connects the multiverse threads back to this story. Whether he's an ally, a manipulator, or a wild card remains hidden, but his inclusion signals that this war is bigger than the Avengers alone. It's a battle tied to every corner of Marvel's multiverse. Every returning hero shown in the trailer seems to embody one theme: unfinished business. They've won battles before, but the scars remain. Now, faced with a villain who dwarfs everything they've encountered, these characters aren't just fighting to save the universe. They're fighting to prove to themselves that their sacrifices, their pain, and their legacies still matter. Marvel has framed this sequel not just as a war for survival, but as a crucible of character, where every hero must confront the one truth they've tried to escape. Victory may demand the ultimate price once again. Asterisk, if there's one thing Marvel has mastered, it's the art of making a battle feel like an event, not just a fight. The Infinity War 2 trailer doesn't just show us action, it shows us wars that look larger than anything Marvel has ever put on screen. From the very first explosion, the tone is set. This is not a single battlefield but a storm raging across galaxies, timelines, and realities. The Avengers aren't facing an army. They're facing the impossible. The trailer begins its action sequences with a breathtaking shot of a cosmic invasion. Alien ships pour through rifts in the sky, stretching as far as the eye can see. The camera pulls back and we realize this isn't just Earth under siege. Multiple planets are shown falling at once. It's chaos on a universal scale where no safe ground exists. In one quick moment, we see armies of Wakandan soldiers clashing with alien forces, their vibranium spears clashing with strange energy weapons. The contrast is striking, Earth's ancient traditions colliding with the vast unknown of the cosmos. Then, Marvel gives us its signature team lineup shot, but this time it's different. Instead of the clean circle shot we remember from Avengers 2012 or the triumphant portal scene in Endgame, this moment feels desperate. The heroes stand together, their suits torn, their faces bruised, the battlefield around them engulfed in fire. There's no triumphant music here, only silence and the heavy breathing of warriors who know they may not survive. That small detail tells us everything. This isn't a victory march. It's a last stand. The trailer cuts rapidly through a series of brutal clashes. Spider-Man swings through collapsing skyscrapers, catching civilians mid-air before firing webbing at incoming alien missiles. Hulk is seen smashing down colossal beasts, but what's striking is his rage, uncontrolled, almost feral, raising questions about whether Banner can keep his other half in check. Captain Marvel streaks across the sky, tearing through entire fleets with raw energy, but even she looks overwhelmed as the endless tide of enemies keeps coming. Each sequence builds the sense that no matter how powerful these heroes are, they're fighting a war designed to break them, and then comes the moment fans are already buzzing about. The hidden, blink-and-you-miss-it cameo, the trailer flashes to a massive battle on a scorched desert-like planet, and for half a second, a silhouette steps out of the smoke beside the Avengers. The figure is tall, armored, and unmistakably holding a glowing sword. Freeze-frame analysts swear this could be a tease of the X-Men joining the fight, with Wolverine leading the charge while others believe it's Marvel finally bringing the Fantastic Four into the war. Marvel doesn't confirm anything, of course. That's their game. But the shadow alone has sent shockwaves through fan theories, and it's exactly the kind of teaser designed to fuel speculation until release day. Another jaw-dropping sequence shows Doctor Strange unleashing magic unlike anything we've seen before. He conjures a glowing net across the sky, almost like he's trying to stitch reality together as it collapses. But then, just as he completes the spell, cracks form in the sky, splitting open into dozens of multiversal doorways. Out of these rifts, we see glimpses of alternate heroes, some familiar, some brand new. A flash of a variant Iron Man in a bulkier silver suit. A quick glimpse of Black Panther leading an army of Dora Milaje in an alternate timeline, even what looks like a dark, corrupted version of Thor. These moments are rapid, fragmented, but deliberate. Marvel knows fans will pause, zoom in, and dissect every frame. The most emotionally powerful shot, though, comes midway through the battle montage. We see Wanda falling to her knees in front of a destroyed landscape, her powers flickering out, as if drained. She whispers something we can't quite hear, but her tears and trembling hands speak volumes. The camera pans to reveal Spider-Man standing beside her, mask off, his face covered in dust and despair. It's a heartbreaking reminder that in the middle of all the chaos, Marvel never forgets to ground its battles in raw human emotion, and just when we think the trailer has revealed everything, Marvel drops its signature final punch, the screen Cuts to black, silence fills the air, and then a single shot explodes onto the screen. A massive battlefield stretches across a ruined planet, lightning flashing in the distance. The Avengers, beaten, bloody, but unbroken, charge forward together in one final desperate assault. But this time, they're not alone. Silhouettes of dozens of heroes, some new and some long thought gone, emerge from portals behind them. It's bigger than the Endgame portal scene, not because of scale alone, but because of what it represents, a united front of every hero, every legacy, every sacrifice converging into one ultimate stand. The trailer ends on a haunting close-up. A mysterious hand, massive, armored, glowing with unstoppable power, slams into the ground, shaking the battlefield. Dust rises, the screen cuts out, and a chilling voice whispers, "This is how infinity ends." That single line, paired with the visual of countless heroes preparing for a battle they might not win, leaves fans in stunned silence. Marvel doesn't just show us a fight. It shows us the beginning of the end, the war to define everything.